welcome boys and girls. So I want to make sure that you've watched the videos about the first two videos, turning mixed numbers into decimals, and then the second video, which is turning mixed numbers into decimals into expanded form before you do this activity, so that it makes a little more sense. That's kind of like the review we would have done in class before we opened our workbooks and went into our workbook. So your pages will look very similar to this, except for they'll have different numbers. So let's just start here. They have our place value chips. So this is worth 10, this is worth 1/10, and this is worth 1/100th. And you can see the values right there. So it says write the decimal number, so we're writing it in decimal number, sentence that identifies the total value of the place value discs. Okay, so they're just telling me this is 3/10, or tens, I'm sorry. So 3/10 is not 3, but it's, let's count, 10, 20, 30, plus 1, 2, 3, 4 tenths like they have there, plus 2 hundredths. So as you can see on our place value disc, they have a 0, and then they have the 1. We have 2 of them, so we're going to put 2. So what does that equal? Well, I need to bring over my 30 decimal. I have a 4 in the tenths place and a 2 in the hundredths place. Okay. So here I have 4 hundreds. So 100, 200, 300, 4 hundreds. It's actually, the picture is incorrect. So we're going to put 4 hundreds plus 3 hundredths. So again, do I have anything in the tenths place? No, so I have to put my placeholder and then hundreds. So then we have 400, 3 hundredths. Okay. Now here they give us our place value, and it says use the place value chart to answer the following questions. Express the value of the digits in unit form. So it is the value of, and we're right there. So the digit is on the place value in the hundreds place. So what's the digit in the hundreds place? It's 8, and then it's the value of 800. The digit in the tens place is 2, and what's its value? 20. And it says write it in unit form, so they want us to write 8 hundreds and 2 tens. So either answer I'll accept, because I'll accept either. Okay, because that shows me that you know the value of it. The digit blank in the tenths place, so 6. The value is 6/10, or 6/10. Then we have the digit in the hundreds place is 4. Do you notice how I'm not putting decimals here? Because I'm just telling you what the digit is. I'm not telling you its value. It's going to be hundredths, and then we're going to put 4. Okay. And then this would be the same thing down here. But I think we've made it pretty clear what we're doing there. Okay. The part that's going to be a little more difficult is the next part. So this is where we're going to move into our fraction notation and our decimal notation. And so that's where I was telling you in the previous video that this and this are the same. Okay? And that this and this are the same. So let's start with, well, let's just see if we can go from decimal to fraction form first. Okay? So we're going to go on this one, we're going to go from decimal to fraction form. So we're going to say 25 is our whole number, and we're going to put our 3 over what? What place value is that in? Well, if you don't remember, you can look back at the slide with your place value chart. The slide, I made it editable, so you can use your place value chart while you're, let me move my camera just a little bit for you so you can see it all at the same time. So here, we're going to put our 3. So our 3 comes right after our decimal. So our 3 would be here. So what place value is that in? That's in the tens place, so it's going to be 3 over 10. Okay? Sorry, I hit my camera. Okay. So the next one is going to be, oh, this is actually better. All right. So next one's going to be 39 and 7/100. How do I know that? Well, because I looked at my, and you can do it if you want, put your 3 in your tens place, your 9 in your ones place, and then you're going to put your 7 in the hundreds place, because if you put your 0, just like they have here, decimal 07, okay? All right, the next one, I'm going to give you just a few seconds, or actually, it'd be better if you pause it. I would like you to pause it and try this one on your own. Remember, taking risks is how you learn. If you just listen to me over and over, it's not necessarily going to learn it. So pause and turn it back on when you're ready. So, good job. I'm glad that you worked it out. So it should look like this. You put your, you get your 4 and 0 before your decimal. And remember, you could always start with your decimal and put your numbers out in case you're not sure what place value it goes to. And then your 6 comes right after. So my 6 is going to be over 10. So we're going to have 40 6/10. Okay, hit pause. Welcome back. Hopefully you've done the next one on a piece of paper. So you have 208. So I'm going to do it decimal. So I have a decimal. What comes right in front of my decimal is my 802. What comes right after my decimal? 9. And then they have a 0 here. So I have to ask myself, am I going to write 90/100ths or 9/10ths? Well, in reality, they are exactly the same number. You don't have to have that extra 0, but if you wrote 208 and 90 over 100, that would be correct as well. Just remember, we can eliminate the zeros because there's 1 on each. Whatever we do the bottom, we have to do the top. Okay? All right, I want you to pause and do the next 2 on your own. And hit play when you're done. Very good. So now we're going to have 510. And this is going to be 7 over 100. And then here we have 900. And then 9 over 100. Please make a note to yourself of what you did incorrectly if you didn't get them right, just like we have been in class. All right, so you can see what your error was. Very good. All right, I'm going to stop the video here, and I'm going to start it back up for our next fraction notation and decimal